What's going on, everyone? It's Marcellus back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about whether or not Luna Classic is about to pump again or what's going to happen here. So, definitely stick around to the end of the video. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Also, if you want to sign up for Maxi Global, definitely do that. You'll get a discount on your trading fees if you go ahead and sign up through the link in the description. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Let's get straight to it. So, let's talk about Maxi Global here. We're going to do, or not Maxi Global, we're going to talk about Luna Classic. And then we're going to talk about Maxi Global and how that has a lot to do with Luna Classic. So let's talk about Luna Classic here. So as you can see, the high activity area expected is exactly what we landed in. And look at what happened earlier. So this was pretty nice coming in today from yesterday. We had a really nice pump here. The second we got down here to this new support line that we made, the new supply and demand, more demand, this new support line. The second we got down here, we started to pump, which was pretty nice. But something you do want to watch out for, it does say overbought. Now, my previous video here for Luna Classic, I mentioned something. So let's go ahead and scroll up here and look at this. So I mentioned our next resistance would be all the way up here at 3,200. We would get up to 3,200. That's actually where this red bar is. This is where we have less demand. And it's also where it's showing low activity expected for institutional investors. So right now, we almost got up there. We just kind of got stopped here at 2,900. Couldn't get to the 3-0 area. We just ended up dropping before that. Now, one of the big reasons why we ended up dropping here is because people seen that and took profits, because a lot of people, they didn't get to sell at the peak, or they tried to buy at the peak and then ended up selling like right here. So that's really what happened. A lot of people ended up selling out. And there's also a lot of other reasons for why Luna Classic didn't get all the way up to 3-0 for the first pump. Now, the second pump we could. You see over here, there's high activity expected. It could either be high buying activity up here, or it could be high selling activity down here. And we've seen that yesterday when we were looking at the charts. But inside of the Baby Doge video, I know I didn't make a video for Luna Classic yesterday, but inside the Baby Doge video, I'm right at the end, I mentioned something about the Luna Classic charts. And it was showing high activity expected, yet we had a huge dive downwards. So, and that was actually either in Ethereum Classic or Luna Classic. Don't quote me on that, but still, we had a huge dive downwards in one of those two, and that resulted in a not necessarily a crash, but a big move to downside. And it said high activity expected. So you want to watch out for this. This could either mean high buying activity or high selling activity. Now, also, you can also see over here, we're coming off of an oversold area. Typically, after we're oversold, we always have buying. We were oversold here like this, and then we had a little bit of buying. That's why you see these two oversold areas. That's why you see the wave going down, going into the buying section, which indicates this right here. But as it was going into a buying section, it just wasn't enough, and it did not do what we wanted it to do. Just like right here, we started to have a little bit of buying, but then it got rejected, as you can see here. And now exactly what's happening now, you can see the oversold area is now going to the upside here, just like how you see here. So we actually might see a pump coming in for Luna Classic, and this pump may bring us all the way up to where we got before, right below 3-0. And if we have enough momentum for this pump, then we can go up here to our next resistance that we established up here. But we do have low to moderate activity there. So it will be much harder for us to get from the 3-2 area all the way up here to about the 3-7, the 3-8 area. It'll be a lot harder for us to do that, but it's still a possibility that we can do it. Now, there's something that you all need to know. And the fact is, Maxi Global is one of the biggest exchanges out there with Luna Classic. Like a lot of people are talking about Maxi Global. They're doing something for the Luna Classic community that a lot of other platforms, a lot of other exchanges aren't doing. Now, as you can see here, it is trending here on Twitter, but it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. As you can see, Maxi burned almost 1 billion Luna Classic. That was 16 hours ago. And Maxi Global is still burning Luna Classic as we speak. So it's way deeper than a lot of people think. And over here, you can see this is the most important thing that you need to take away from this. Maxi will support Luna Classic upgrade and burning on Luna Classic spot trading fees. Yes, we already knew this. It was from the 3rd of this month to the 17th. But the reason why I'm saying this is because, look, it's the 16th of the month, and it's going to end on the 17th. A lot of people are kind of stepping back from day trading Luna Classic on Maxi Global because of these trading fees. Me personally, as well, I'm kind of taking a little step back as well, and looking like when the 17th comes, I'm trading Luna Classic like crazy because we're going to have much more volume flowing through it, because those 1.2% taxes, those tax burns, they're not going to be applied to your transactions. Now, it's cool if you're doing swing trades because you can easily make more than 2.4% in a trade inside of a single trade. You can easily do that on Luna Classic. But when you're doing a day trade and you're doing trades like within 30-minute intervals, you buy it 30 minutes later, you sell it. Typically, you're not running up 2.4% inside of that one transaction. You're maybe getting like 1% and then have a little 1% profit. But when you have these trading fees, these 2.4% Luna Classic trading fees, it makes it a lot more difficult to do those day trades, which is why our volume dropped drastically. Now we're at 909 million. Now we were doing some nice volume even when we had these trading fees going on. And I'm not gonna lie, I was doing it as well. And you can see that's where we actually had most of this volume here, like with the trading fees. But I'll tell you this right now, most of it was probably with the major whales. Like the major whales were probably doing most of this on different platforms other than Maxi, because Maxi right now is the only one that's doing this. Now, we got to talk about a little bit more things. So for one, I do want to kind of show you not the stake pool, but the burn volume. The burn volume is a little bit down right now. We're only burning about 140.7 million Luna Classic for today. Actually, no, that's 140,000. So yeah, that's 140,000, not million. So yeah, 140,000 Luna Classic for today. The day isn't even over yet. It's just the beginning of the day. So I guess we can't even really say it like that. But 34.1 million yesterday. So by the end of today, it should probably be around 140 million or something like that. Now, the total supply for Luna, or the circulating supply, we should really look at, is decreasing at a nice rate here, 5.928 trillion. And then over here, you can see yesterday we had 5.931 trillion. So we're burning billions of Luna Classic every day. That's pretty good, but it's not burning at the speed that a lot of people want it to burn at. And but you got to think, the 20th, 21st, all that good stuff. We're going to start getting more and more exchanges implementing that burn in the Luna Classic starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10 UTC. It's going, or at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10 UTC, because that's the translation between that. We're going to have the Luna Classic burns end for the spot trading fees, but we're still going to have the 1.2% tax burn for the withdrawals and deposits for Luna Classic on Maxi Global. But the trading fees are going to end, which is, I'm probably going to do a lot more trading, and I'll probably even do a whole live stream doing that. But yeah, this is about to be really crazy when that ends, because a lot more retail traders are going to start trading even more. The whales have already been trading, but they're doing it on different platforms. So they're really not facing those 2.4% fees right there, because 1.2% buy, 1.2% sell. But anyways, as you can see, it does look a little bit like we're probably going to take another uptrend here. Now, looking at the 5-minute chart, it does show we are really overbought here. And whenever you see that we're overbought, you can bet that we're probably going to have a pullback here. So there was a bullish signal before all this happened because there's lots of selling. But now what we're seeing here is that we're pulling back a little bit. So we're at the overbought area. Bears in control by 60% of 24-hour market control. It does show that we have high activity right here. If we were to go back down about 2.6, possibly even down to the lower 2.6 areas, is showing that we would have some high activity. So if we go and we pull back down here, we actually may have high activity to the upside. But if we continue to go down there, that's when we start to have a little bit lower activity, but that's lower institutional interest activity. That's not lower retail activity. That's lower for institutional investors. That's why it says low activity here for institutional investors. But when you look at the green areas, there's supply and demand of more demand, red areas, supply and demand of less demand. But notice how the green areas are still here, regardless of this whole low activity expected and moderate activity expected, because the retail traders matter a lot here inside of Luna Classic, because we do have a lot of say so with the amount of money going through Luna Classic. So that's definitely a good sign. So if we were to do that pullback, I don't really see us going below 2.4 like anytime soon. And we had heavy support back there before, and it looks like we'll probably end up having heavy support here again. So I don't think that it's going to be a problem for us. Now, if you want to talk about for the long term with Luna Classic, what do we got going on here long term? Well, for one, we have a bullish signal. There's been nothing but selling when you look at it from the 4-hour chart. It's been showing that we're just inside this bearish movement, but we've been making bullish indicators. So you actually may see Luna Classic become bullish inside of this long-term chart. But if we were to, then you would probably end up seeing it going up to the high activity area here, which is about the 3.2 area, or this high activity at 4.0. So we have lots of activity for Luna Classic, if we can get above this resistance at 3-0. And that's funny because time and time again, 3-0 is showing as our major resistance. 3-0, 3-2, those areas are really major resistance to us. The second we got up to 3-0, we got rejected. So if we can get above 3-0, you're probably going to end up seeing Luna Classic taking off. Okay, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. I just wanted to let you all know exactly what I believe is going to happen next year with Luna Classic. But like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and sign up for Maxi Global, definitely go ahead and do it. Link is in the description. You'll get a discount from all your trading fees. That'll definitely be pretty nice. You can also get Luna Classic on Maxi Global. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.